Hey, what's up, guys? Leo here. Dio. that's what Shenhua calls him. Chilling here in Guailu village. Trying to solve the murder of my father. And look for Shenhua's father, by the way. I'm Alex from I Am Kokak, and we are gonna teach you a survival guide, sort of Shenmue 3, because this game has incredibly terrible tutorials or very little tutorials. And that's been a staple of Shenmue for a long time now, but in Shenmue 3 it's even more ridiculously hard to figure stuff out, especially if you haven't played Shenmue before. And actually, the video that you will likely want to watch is the one where you how to survive your first fight in Shenmue 3, because the first thug and the second thug, all of the thugs will literally hand your butt to you 5 times before you can actually even figure out how to beat them. I'm gonna try and prevent that from happening by showing you the ropes. But for now, we're going to talk about the basics here because, uh, unfortunately, like I said, the game doesn't communicate basics really well, and it's really hard to figure stuff out. Now, first of all, obviously, this is third person controls. And on the lower left corner of your screen, you can see a mini map, which is almost useless. And the orbs on the top of the minimap, the circles with green and the one that is empty, is your health bar. Now you can increase your health bar, I'll explain that to you later, but that is currently your health bar. Your health bar diminishes as the day goes on, so you will need to heal that, or if you get into a fight, your health bar will also diminish. But you gotta watch for that because they sort of added the survival aspect of this game, or real-time aspect, where your health will slowly diminish, or because you are supposed to eat something during the game. So for question number one is, how do you heal yourself? Well, first of all, first thing you need to know is how to get to the menu, because start select buttons do absolutely jack squat in this game. Start and select, nobody cares. You have to press right bumper or right one, R1, and that opens up your really ugly menu. And if you're like me, you would have a hard time reading this menu. This looks absolutely unreadable, but I will give you a little bit of a guide. So, let's check out our food items. These are your healing items. So you can get an apple, gives you 30 HP, and you can see the information on the right there. It's really hard to read. I know the font they chose is really kind of ugh. So, the black garlic is the one that I recommend always. It's a pretty good healing item in my opinion. So let's eat an apple here. You press A to eat something, and you select yes or cancel. Look at the alignment of yes and cancel. They didn't even align that properly. This game, this game gives me the Shenmue vibes. So here's a couple of key items that helped you throughout your Shenmue 1 and 2 adventure. Blah, blah, blah. Herb sets I'll explain later. Capsule sets, obviously you collect capsule sets, and then you can exchange it with other stuff. Skill book exchange, you can exchange your capsules and stuff for skill books. And here are your current skills. These are from Shenmue 1 and 2. And you can edit your skill books as well by going through here. It's kind of, whatever. And then settings. So, you can change your clothes, you can save and load your game, and then here is the recommended mode. I'm in normal mode, and like I said, even in normal mode, your butt will get handed to you by the enemies. Anyway, enough of that. How to heal yourself, I've already shown you. How to buy healing items or medicine. So the thing I recommend first, where to get your food, is through here. So let me show you how I did that. I walk up to this stall where nobody is around. Yeah, nobody's selling. This is it's a vending machine. And then you press X. So you notice that the button on the blue button changes from the notebook. I'll tell you about the notebook later. The blue button changes from the notebook to a arrow down. And you press X and it changes to the shop menu. And of course you use the D-pad buy or cancel. So I'm going to press buy. And I'm going to press a new black garlic. So we press A on something and you'll buy it. And I'll buy one of these, root parsley. and then you press Y to buy. It's really hard. Nothing is explained in this game, so you have to really figure this stuff out. I know you could do this with trial and error, but it's really gonna get confusing very, very, very soon. These are super basics they never even tell you about. Okay, now I know this is going to be a major thing very, very soon in your playthrough. You will need to find out how to earn money, because you only start with 200 yuan. I already have 242 right now, and you will be really, really bankrupt very, very, very early in the game, okay? Nobody's gonna jack your money. You're just gonna need a lot of money really quick. I tell you, the first fight you will fight, you will want to throw this controller in frustration. So you want to go to Tao Get store near the start of the area. I've already talked to this guy, so he has a shop. But I'm going to press X on him. And then you can shop or split wood, okay? Or you need to talk to him a couple times first before the options show up. But this is how you earn money very early on, aside from picking up herbs. I'll show you how to do that in a bit. So, I'm going to chop some wood. The game doesn't explain where to get a job, okay? The game does not explain this, okay? You need to figure this stuff out on your own, okay? And the game doesn't even tell you how to work this minigame, but it's pretty obvious. The Rio sort of swings around in a 45-degree arc, and then you press A once he gets to the wood that he needs to chop. And then if you do a very good chop, it starts this afterburner music, which will get obviously super copyrighted. So RIP my zero ad revenue. Anyway, I'm not monetized. But let's just finish out this chop wood animation, because I don't. Oh, by the way, you can press Y. If you don't understand what's going on on your screen, you press Y. Okay, that's generally the help. So if you miss it, the afterburner music goes away. Yes. And on the upper right corner, there's a time limit. So this is your minigame time limit for most sort of minigames for training. All right, training, money making, and stuff like that. There's the circle on the upper right corner, and there's a little thing that goes on the clockwise turn that sort of fills up transparent. Once that is full transparent, you are done with your minigame. So you want to chop as many wood and chop it as good as you can for as much, for the time that is allotted to you. Now, I will tell you this. This is not going to give you a lot of money. This game hates the player when it comes to, like, actually progressing. Sorry, I'm giving the game a couple of this, but it's just the fact of the Shenmue franchise, okay? So, we've split 97 logs. We've got 54 yuan. This gets you about, I don't know, 4 black garlics, which is 300 HP each. You have a starting HP of 1200 HP. So, basically, your entire HP bar can be regenerated by working once by wood chopping if you do good, okay? And then you just buy a bunch of these black garlic gives you 300 HP. As you can see on the middle bottom corner, bottom area where there's a green number, 954 out of 1200, that is your full HP bar, and you can increase that by training. I'll show you that later. But as you can see, I do have a Peking duck because I have the deluxe edition of the game. That you won't get that if you're just one of the people who bought the non-deluxe edition. You also get a couple of pears, some apples, and this one I bought. You can zoom in on the items by using the right stick, which I don't know why you would do. Anyway, let's go back to the menu. Now, the one thing that I really need to show you, because the guy will tell you about the snake ginseng thingamabob, okay?
What is it?
I will show you where it is. So you buy something, okay?
There's something I want.
What's that?
What's that? Okay, so here's his shop. Look, this is really hard to read. But you will want to remember this snake powder right here. This is for combat. Snake powder is for combat. Your garlic black garlic is for out of combat. So it's an expensive mopo. Okay, 270 yuan for 50% HP. That's basically two black garlics. Two black garlics gets you this, and it sells for about 20 times the price. Apparently, it's only 9 yuan in here. 9 yuan in here? I've been paying 12 yuan. Okay, never mind. So you need to pay attention to this because you will need that in your fights against the first, second, and third thugs, and actually many later on. But remember where you get the snake powder. This is in combat healing, but we'll get to that later. Now,
Your mind?
yeah, changed my mind. I don't got no money. I got 290 yuan. You got an item that's 270. The game hates you. This game makes you grind, okay? And that's the sort of the appeal of Shenmue games. So we can't do anything about that. You can see that my HP is already drained a fair bit after just walking around, and it's already 12 noon. And, oh yeah, on the upper right corner there's a clock which moves in real time. If you just stand around, it will move in real time. Now, I'll tell you about the notebook. So this is a staple of the Shenmue series. You press X to turn on the notebook. This is your quest log. Okay, so up and down gets you through. You can see that Bailu Village, notes, maps, and contacts. This is like, I don't even know where a phone is in this game. But you can see some rudimentary, like basic, some quest logs, okay? And then you can page through it by pressing right trigger, left trigger. Okay, I don't have many pages right now. Wait, what did I... Yeah, okay, so pages is like A and X. Or that would be square and X on your controller. And then you press up and down for the... What's it called? The sections. And then triggers do... I don't even remember anymore. But it's super confusing how to work this menu here. This is the information. It's really annoying how they make the notebook so hard to even navigate. But anyway, the next question is, you might be wondering how to get back to Shenhua's house. So some part of the game where you will go, Rio will say like, I gotta go back to Shenhua's house, and you can use fast travel at that point. But some people might want to actually figure out where Shenhua lives. And if you played Shenmue 2, you would know where she lives if you...
I should talk to more people.
Oh god,
here.
okay, I can't do it right now. Well, I'll skip that question, but she lives at the top of the hill near, I would say, up there. So you just go up the hill, go straight. Don't go to the rice paddies or the cows. Just go up straight through the rice. Okay, so ignore the rice stuff, and that would be Shenhua's house. So like I'm saying, at some point of the game, Rio will say, I gotta go back to talk to Shenhua. And Shenhua will be like... you know, that's where Shenhua's house is, unless you use the fast travel, which is kind of annoying because the game doesn't communicate that well enough where Shenhua's house is. Now, if you're a sort of a little bit more resourceful guy, and you didn't play Shenmue 2, you would actually know to check this area here where you see that the Bailu Village and the Martial Hall and the Languishuan areas are sort of south or to the right of Shenhua's house, and basically just going up the hill is going to Shenhua's house. There's even a map section on the menu here on the notebook, and this is basically still useless. This is like, well, what am I looking at? Village Square, Joy Park, Languishuan, Shenhua's house. There is no direction. There is no this is where you are right now. You have to figure this stuff out on your own like it's year 2000 playing Shenmue 2 on a Dreamcast. Okay? That's how this game is, okay? So where is Shenhua's house? I told you that. Now, like I said, how to find the map. I showed you how to find the map. It's in the menus. Now, there's another map that I would like you to see. It's kind of weird, but it'll show you a lot more detail of the surroundings. It's these free herb maps, okay? So, okay, what did I just do? I'll show you what I just did. So, Rio has a way to interact with objects that the game doesn't tell you how to do! It doesn't go like, oh, please pick up this by pressing right, whatever. So to interact with objects, you use the zoom in button, which is the left trigger. Okay? So go up to the store where the free herb map is. Press your left trigger so you zoom into something, and then you can use the D-pad to select item. And then you can press A. A turns into this hand icon that looks like your hand is turning into a blob thing. And then you press A, it picks up the item.
Are herbs really worth that much?
Are herbs really worth that much? Yes, indeed. Okay, so you pick this up, you put it in your inventory. Let's pick up the other one. Okay.
Guess I'll take it.
You will be doing a lot of picking up stuff later or opening drawers later, so this will be interesting to your gameplay soon. But I don't even know where to get those. Ah, yeah, you can. So those maps are really annoying because you have to go to these key items. You have to go here and then use the right trigger to actually look at the map. Like, what? Why is it 3D? Why is it in Chinese? And then all of the dots right there are where you can find herbs, okay? And herbs are really, this is super high level stuff right there, I'm telling you. This is how you actually earn money in this game. So you want to pick up herbs everywhere you go, and then you just cash them in through here, okay? You can't cash them in right now, but you go to Tao Get store. Talk to that guy, sell your herbs. That's how you make money. Don't ever go here and just grind your ass on stupid low money. What's it called? Wood chopping. I hate that they make you grind for the money here, but that's how Shenmue is. So that's the easiest way to make money, is to go to running around collecting herbs, okay, and then get the expensive sets. Some of these you'll have to find out, you figure out where some of these grow, and the plants regenerate after a couple of days, I think. Anyway, so I think that's a pretty long video so far. I know these are all super basic stuff, and probably not the reason why you clicked on this video, but I'm pretty sure you learned something about this game, about how to use this game, or, you know, some things that you need to do in this game to figure, you know, maybe you're wood chopping right now. Maybe you're chopping wood like a maniac right now, trying to figure out how to earn enough money to buy that X item that is you need to buy, which is in the thousands of yuan, okay? So you don't need to chop wood like 50 times just to earn that thing, okay? You just collect your herbs. Anyway, that's our sort of beginner's guide in the interface guide of Shenmue. Hopefully that teaches you where everything is, because the game doesn't tell you anything. Okay? Now, look at my HP. It's already like, that's 1 hour standing around. I lost 1 bar of HP. So that's our beginner's guide, interface guide. I will teach you. The next video will be about how to beat the thug that kicks your butt hardcore. The first thug you actually try to fight will kick your butt hardcore, and I will teach you how to beat him in the next video. See you next time. Dio out.